Alright, well, here's where I can split up, where I go. We talk to everybody first. I still don't understand how the vote could be unanimous. What could possibly convince them all to turn their backs on Eorzea? If the forum is intent on concealing its intentions, then a cursory investigation will avail us little, I suspect. We will need to dig deeper, and with the greatest of care. The tour of the city was a pleasant distraction. I feel more than ready now to tackle the challenges of the day. I love him. I'm so glad he's with us. The process by which forum members are elected is fair and equitable. Neither wealth nor social standing offers any advantages to a prospective candidate, but fairly elected or not, Master Matoya still found them all to be insufferable. So it's back to Thavnair. Had I known earlier, I would have considered more suitable attire. Though I have read much on the subject of Radzat Han, this visit shall be my first. 'Twill be interesting to see how the Hanish mean to contend with the tower. Different as their magical and technological disciplines are. Oh god, I don't know what to do first. Okay, Kryl is intent on uncovering the reason behind the forum's inexplicable behavior, or Thancred is eager to set forth to Thavnair. Oh, Estinien's about to get a ponytail. All right, let's go to Thavnair. Let's go to Thavnair. I have Kryl's instructions in hand. If you are ready to set out, then so are we. Having been to Thavnair before, I can travel by Aetheryte, but what of the rest of you? Another sea voyage would waste time we do not have. Kryl was of the same mind and has already secured the aid of the good folk of the Confluence. We'll take ourselves there. The Confluence, thou sayest? I'm afraid so, my friend. What is that? Thou wilt recall the hunt for Iceheart, unto whose sanctuary we delivered thee owing to the knowledge of our comrade Moonbrita. Moonbrita was an authority on etherology. Oh, a field of study she did embark upon in pursuit of her parents' example. Is that why he looked sad? Both are authorities in their own right, and both are researchers at the Confluence. Haven't you gone to see them yet? Oh, he has to go see Moonbrita's parents. I attempted to do so earlier, but to my shame, my courage failed me at the last. As it hath, the many times I thought to reach out to them after sending that fateful letter, neither time nor introspection have revealed unto me the words I should speak, and thus have I kept my silence. Whether you come with us or no is your choice and yours alone. If it is too difficult, we'll manage. See, look, his outfit, it still has the V in the back right now. At some point, I guess he's gonna change a little bit. Thou art kind to say so, but I have no intention of forsaking our cause. I shall go to the Confluence, and I shall face that which hath long been overdue. If it's settled, then let us be off. When we arrive, we should look for a researcher named Kite? I don't know. Kit? The music! I'm so happy about all the music! Is it just right outside here, I guess? Is it in here? Is this the door? It is the Confluence. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Let's go talk to this Lalafell. The study of teleportation requires a firm grasp of the fundamentals of ether, so I make it a point to study the papers of those who have come before me. I'm currently studying a treatise written by Ejika Sunjika, truly a luminary of his field. Ooh, look at this bun. Ooh. What is this hairstyle? Well now, this is rather a lot of stern faces. Are my library books overdue again? Not to our knowledge. We're associates of Kryl of the students of Baldessian. We seek passage to Thavnair and understand that you can assist us. Ah, the test subjects. Welcome, welcome. Uh-oh. Test subjects? Oh, you hadn't heard? Well then, allow me to explain. So, in order to travel to an aetheryte, you ordinarily need to be attuned to it beforehand. Otherwise, you can't use it as a beacon to seek out while you're a mess of ether hurtling along the life stream. An inconvenient but incontrovertible limitation of aetheryte teleportation. But what if I were to tell you that there's a way to travel to an aetheryte without being attuned to it? A way to teleport instantly to places you've never been? For long years, we've labored to make such travel possible that people might move about more freely. And we've finally done it. We've created a new kind of aetheryte that doesn't require attunement. Truly, that changes everything. Well, my language may have been a bit misleading. The user need not attune to these aetherites, but the aetherites themselves must have been pre-attuned to each other, thereby facilitating travel between the 2 points. But it just so happens that of our first test pair of aetherites, one has been installed here in Sharlan, and the other over in Yedlimod, a port town in Thavnair. As you may know, our nation has long maintained strong ties with Radzat-Han, and indeed, we owe much of this breakthrough to the contributions of their alchemists. So to sum it up, we're to test these aetherites. How fortuitous for you. I should mention that an accident has impaired my ability to channel ether. Will this be a problem? Not at all. As a matter of fact, you might say these aetherites were made for people like your good self. The magics imbued within will whisk you away without any effort on your part. A veritable dream come true, and far be it from me to worry about such things. But do we have permission to make use of your shiny new invention? The only permission required is yours, so assuming you're willing, we're all set. It may come as a surprise, but we actually struggle to find test subjects. Most people seem to have an unreasonable fear of their souls gradually disintegrating as they drift helplessly in the livestream, in the statistically unlikely event that something goes awry. But it's plain that you aren't most people. Heh, Mistress Kryl truly knows how to pick 'em. If I might change the subject, are Master Wolfson and Mistress Blowida not present today? Oh, you didn't hear? They've recently resigned their posts. Their expertise was needed elsewhere. A large-scale project helmed by the Forum itself, as I understand, but I'm not privy to the details. That is relevant. I see. Dang. I'm sorry, Ryanje. Any other questions? No? Then let's get going before you change your minds. Please see to your preparations and head outside to the Aetherite Plaza. I'll be along shortly. Oh my goodness, another new area already! I'm so excited! Look at all these buns. No bunny boys over here, though. Look at your outfit. I have an outfit kind of like that. That's a handsome Hroth boy. I love Hrothgar. I shall teleport the tried and trusted way. Good luck. Given my experience with teleportation, I'd be lying if I said I didn't have reservations, but I will trust in Kryl. Though words unsaid yet weigh heavy on my heart, I shall devote mine all to our task in Thavnair. I'm sorry, Urianger. That makes me really sad for him. I love him so much. I feel so bad for him.
Right, we're all set.
Wow, voice acted.
Just the 4 of you, was it?
3. I'm already attuned to the crystal in Thavnair.
Oh my gosh, I love you, ESTINIEN.
Oh, I would have preferred more test subjects. Oh well, never mind. If our 3 travelers could line up here, please.
Tenacious looked
right there is
concerned.
fine. Take a deep breath, and I'll soon have you soaring through the ether.
Just me and the dads. Going on a trip through the life stream.
Oh, and one last thing. You might experience a teensy-weensy touch of violent ethereal sickness. Good luck!
Thank you.
What?
Oh my goodness. Just a little touch of violent ethereal sickness. Oh wow, that's a long ways. That's very convenient that we're able to teleport like this then. Because ESTINIEN's right, that would have been...
Home to city-state Rads at Han. Rising from the southeast waters of the Bounty, this Isle of Plenty served as the battleground for a conflict between two peoples. Their cultures bled into one another until a unique amalgamation was distilled from the chaos, in a process not unlike their precious alchemy. Once solidified as a single nation, an adamant stance of neutrality would hold invaders at bay. For a time.
We made it!
Now across this vibrant isle creeps a fog of malice. What choice do you have?
Okay, this is just like the ethereal sickness, I guess.
What chance?
Music.
Against such an insidious foe.
This is perfect. I love this so much. We're here. Oh my gosh. Poor Thancred. Oh. He's just like standing there watching us.
I've seen fairer faces after a bout of bad shellfish. Let me bring you something to drink. That should help settle your bellies.
Wholesome. Oh my gosh. We're just chilling
There
with
was a note
ESTINIEN.
with Kryle's instructions. Don't let ESTINIEN roam the markets alone. He's alarmingly bad with coins.
I have to go and keep him from spending all of the money. Tenacious is ready. I must run. You managed to will yourself to your feet, but given your condition, will you be able to reach ESTINIEN in time? Oh god, oh my god, what the heck? Ether sickness. Look! The music is so good. Oh, there he is. Oh no. This is cool. Something like this would have been really cool when we were like, like, in danger of being, like, consumed by the light when we almost became a Sin Eater. It would have been pretty cool. I really like how they're doing this. You there. I need 3 drinks. Something that helps with ether sickness. But by the Minutia, a traveler. Greetings. Greetings and welcome. You are wise, good sir, to come to me. My special amr lassi, made with only the finest and freshest ingredients, is farmed for calming unruly bellies. Sorry. The music is so good! By way of a warm welcome to Thavnair, I am pleased to offer it to you for the low price of 19,800 gil. For not 1, not 2, but 3 bottles. A bargain amongst bargains. The price is high road robbery, and you want to say as much to ESTINIEN, but you realize any words of warning you cry out would be accompanied by your last meal. You must stand before ESTINIEN and, using gestures, deny that the deal is fair. 19,800 gil. That's a reasonable deal, isn't it? He's so cute! I thought you could barely stand. What do you need to tell me that's so urgent? Wait, I shouldn't buy the lassie. This merchant is swindling me. Ugh! Sincerest apologies, sir, but I appear to have my prices confused. It's actually 1,890 gil for the 3 bottles of lassie. That confusion would have been quite costly for both of us. Very well then. Your coin. Here, a bottle for each of you. Take them to the others and get some rest. I'll be back after I've explored the town. Oh! I'm still sick! I bet I get sick one more time before I can make it back to them. Oh, I didn't. A teensy-weensy touch, she says. Not even my hardest night's drinking comes close. Praise be to the 12. My stomach doth loosen its death grip. My heartfelt thanks to thee and ESTINIEN, and to the fine fruits of this land. You were in time? Excellent. You've spared us to Taru's wrath. Sweet, sweet release. If you haven't already, you should have yours too. This is so well done. Even just these little moments are so perfectly done. Right, I'm ready to get on with it. That lassie truly worked wonders. Back on your feet, I see. Thy hair. As ponytail! I've bound it. 'Tis the most I could do against this heat, short of shedding my armor. You could do that too. May I ask where you got the cord for it? Oh no. A local vendor. The man said it's a Thavnairian weave, tough and not easily unraveled. And how much did it cost? 9,400 gil. A steal, I was told. 'Tis nothing fancy, but I've always valued function over form. That's incredible. I dare say not even Alphino could hold a candle to you. It's not uncommon for merchants to set their prices high, but doesn't it seem excessive here? I am inclined to agree with thine assessment. It doth seem excessive, unusually so. Claiming Thavnair as its dominion, the nation of Radzat hath long thrived as a hub of commerce. In the beginning, there were the Ark-Asodara, a Matanga tribe indigenous to this island. Over time, they came to be joined by other races, and through their intermingling, a culture rich and distinct did emerge. From alchemy to textiles, the products of Hanish culture have come to be celebrated and coveted the world over, a development only aided by the nation's prime location as a waypoint betwixt east and west. All of this hath combined to make a trading power of Radzathan, yet such a status cannot be taken for granted. Nay, it must needs be maintained through judicious governance and stringent regulation. Neither of which I see any evidence, given that merchants at a gateway town are free to fleece hapless travelers and tarnish the reputation of the nation at large. Just so, that opportunistic pricing is rampant doth suggest that oversight is much weakened, or mayhap that the people have fallen upon hard times. Whatever the truth may be, 'twould be prudent to ascertain the current state of affairs. Prudent and practical, aye, we've naught to lose by learning more. So ere we seek out Cryle's acquaintance, shall we see what information we can gather here in Yedlimod? Excellent. We didn't exactly get off to a flying start, but we'll make up for it. Oh, wait. Is it truly so amusing to see my hair bound? 'Tis how I used to wear it. A functional fashion. Perhaps you were confused by how you found me following Nidhogg's demise. It had fallen loose after the chirurgeons removed me from my armor and put me to bed. I simply decided to leave it that way for a time, seeing as I would not don the Azure Dragoon's helm again. Be thou assured that I am quite recovered. Lassie is truly a boon for unruly stomachs. Right, let us split up and make inquiries in town. Tenacious, the pier is yours. Once we have learned what we can regroup by the Aetheryte. Off-putting though the mere sight of it may be. I'm so happy. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, this area is gorgeous. And it'll give me a chance to look at these areas. Oh, that is a very evil-looking elephant. Oh my god, it's like an elephant, like mammoth though. Look at how big the tusks are. Goodness. Okay. This music, look at how pretty this is. Oh. No. Oh my god, watch this, watch this, watch this. I just weaved in a size in between a glare. Oh my god. Oh my god. Watch this, a tetra. Wings. Oh my gosh. That's gonna take some getting used to. I play Astro, but I'm just not used to doing it as White Mage. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy. Oh my lord. White Mage just got so much better. Oh, what is this? It's another, like, area? Oh my. I know they're gonna have me go to all these places at some point, but I did the same thing with, Tomra in Shadowbringers, so. Just exploring. Oh yeah, there's definitely a quest over there. Look at all those people. Oh, I can actually get down here. Oh, Jesus. Ah, look, it's just a normal aetheryte. It's pretty, that's big though, I feel like. All right, let's go back to the other one. goodness, I walked a long way. This area is enormous and there's fates! Level 85 fates! It's so strange! Ah! Alright. Let's go where we're supposed to go. Okay, oh, okay, so I need to go to all 4 of these places. The crate is laden with fruits, but they are on the verge of spoiling, as if they have been left too long. Gazing out from the pier, you spy boats moored off nearby isles with the silhouettes of larger... Wait. With the silhouettes of larger seafaring vessels farther away. Compared to other ports you have visited in the past, there appears to be very little activity. Well, the guy too did say something about like, oh, a traveler. Like, he was like super blown away that there were travelers, so... Well now, if it isn't a traveler, you're a rare sight in these unsettled times. People have been giving us a wide berth since that accursed tower suddenly appeared on Thavnair. If it just stood there and loomed ominously, perhaps things would be fine after a fashion, but no, it had to spawn fell fiends as well. We still have our lives thanks to the Radiant Host. But business is as good as dead. What'll become of us, only the gods know. Okay. Well, buddy, you just gave me more information than, like, anybody else. Wait. Oh, oops. I missed that when I went over there. Look at the color of the carbuncles. They're, like, a different color now. What am I doing? Oh, recording my sales. Still do it daily out of habit, though I don't know why I bother. Hardly sell anything these days. Business has never been this terrible, but I suppose things could be even worse. I could have a consortium to keep afloat. Like Kalzal. I don't envy his position. Better to be alone with my little operation, I've come to realize. You're a traveler by the looks of you. If you have a moment, perhaps you could pay Kalzal a visit. He'll be glad for tidings from abroad. Like as not, you'll find him at the Saltwind Sails, the Harbor Guild building across the water from here. Guild stan. Oh, I thought it said stan. We stan this guild. And what do you expect me to do? The Dalmaskins aren't coming, but we already have everything they ordered. What are we supposed to do with it? Music! Yes! I don't know, but yelling at me isn't going to help. All I know is that their plans have changed, and that's that. Look, you must have known this might happen. The Empire is at war with itself, and the provinces are in chaos. And then there's the tower sitting on our doorstep spitting out monstrosities. The city has its defenses, but we've been afforded no protection out here. We can't blame foreigners for not wanting to take the risk. But this will be an enormous loss. All right, forget about the Dalmaskins. Surely some ships are still coming? We have fresh produce, handicrafts, medicines, all the perennial Hannish favorites. Our consortium works closely with merchants and artisans to supply only the finest wares. Quality is guaranteed. I know all these things, Kalzal. I do, which is why I regret to say I have nothing for you. All voyages have been cancelled or indefinitely postponed. And you are? Wait, you're a foreigner, are you not? A merchant? Please tell me you're a merchant. I see. That's a shame. I'm sorry, but we're discussing important matters. If you need something, please talk to one of the others. Excuse me. My name is Matsya, and I'm here to see Kalzal. Why sad music? Oh, it seems he's busy. I'll come back later then. Holy shit, you... I love you! Are we gonna go after them? Please? Please, 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 please. Oh, we're going to, yay. You're not Matsia, but... Hey, are you okay? Yes? Can I help you? I remember seeing you back in the guild. You wanted to speak with Kalzal too, did you? I'm Matsia, a fisherman of Ekyali, a nearby village. I sell my catch to Kalzal, who offers it to foreign merchants, but he hasn't bought anything for a while now. When I heard that the consortium had been struggling, I became worried and decided to come and see him. Just as soon as he's free anyway. He's a hardworking man, and I dare not disturb him. This is making me really sad. Everybody here is so stressed. If I may ask, what is it that you do? An adventurer, you say, and you travel the world helping people. Then that must mean you're great at dealing with strangers. Please, won't you teach me to be like you? You see, I've brought some fresh fish with me, the portion I couldn't preserve. And I want to sell them. The problem is I'm terrible with people. I've ever only dealt with Kalzal, and I can't talk to customers without getting my trunk in a twist. So please, as silly as it might sound, will you not peddle the fish in my stead and show me how it's done? If you're willing, please let me know and we can begin at once. I love them. You'll do it then? Show me how to deal with customers? I'm in your debt. Right, please try peddling my fish to, shall we say, 3 people here in Yedlamad. I will observe you and learn. He gets to come with me. Oh my gosh. Oh, oops, hold on. I gotta sit to reset my pose. Cute! Yay! Alright, buddy, come with me. Let's sell some fish. This is the best game ever! Whoa, why is that mount? Yes? From the sea's bosom to your mouth. That's not what Tenacious is gonna say. Greetings, friend. How fare you of late? Greetings to you, too. I suppose I'm well enough, given the circumstance. Things have settled down somewhat, but it was utter chaos when that tower first appeared. Everyone grabbing whatever they could, trampling over each other to get to the city. Many remain there for now, but I could not stay away. Had to come back, continue with my life, such as it is. Whether or not it was the right choice, only time will tell. There's no place like home, but don't do anything dangerous, eh? Oh, trust me, I don't. I make sure to keep well clear of the tower, and when more monsters emerge from it, I heed the Radiant Host's instructions. I hope they deal with it soon, so we can get back to our normal lives. To the days when you could earn as much as you gave. And tuck into a meal, satisfied that you did good work. Speaking of meals, why not have some fresh fish today? Fresh fish, you say? Oh, you're a fishmonger. When you bait me like that, how can I not bite? Very well, give me some of your fish. Oh, I was worried. when it said bait. Oh. Thank you for your custom. The catch of the day is Shallow's cod. Delectable, stewed in coconut milk or baked with a sprinkle of salt. Aww. That is so good. Not many visit here from other shores anymore. Even Alnair has seen few merchant ships in its docks and has felt the loss of coin they bring most keenly. That you should make a sail on the first attempt. I've learned a lot already, and I hope to learn more still. Let's go, buddy. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. I can't handle it. This is so wonderful. Okay, here we go. I'm stressed. Another aura! So, are all of the aura here rain? Because, like, in the Azim Steppe, they're all Zayla. Are they all rain here? A hawker, are you? Do you sell fruit by chance? If so, I want to buy some Amra. Let's say a dozen. They don't need to be export quality. What do you need so many Amra for? Why, for eating, of course. It may seem like a lot, but of late, I go through that much in no time at all. I am a stock taker by trade. Sorry. I am a stock taker by trade, but with no vessels coming these days, the wares are beginning to pile up. By the same token, nothing is coming from overseas, but not a day goes by that someone doesn't come asking when the next shipment is arriving for this and that and this and that. All of it wears me down, and I find myself feeling constantly hungry. Are you sure you're actually hungry? You know, when I think on it, I'm not so sure. Rather than hungry, perhaps, I've been feeling unfulfilled, and I try to fill the void by gorging on food I like. Do you like fish? Fish? I do like fish, as a matter of fact. Why do you ask? Oh, so you're a fishmonger. Apologies for the misunderstanding. Seeing as you're here, do you happen to have any Ekiali sardine? They're perfect in a spicy soup. We certainly do, madam, and if you like it spicy, I also recommend them pickled in oil with a generous amount of chilies. Oh, that does sound like a wonderful challenge. I didn't have fish in mind at first, but I dare say I'll enjoy these. Thank you. This is so wholesome. This is the best fetch quest I've ever done in my life. Part of me wants to try it the obnoxious way and see what happens. Like, is this like the thing we had to do with Chinese, where if you did it wrong, he wouldn't feel like happy, you know, and you had to do it again? Or I'm curious if it doesn't matter. So I think with the next one, I'm gonna just like try to be really obnoxious and see if it works. Okay, they're up. Bad. Oh, Ariange, what are you doing here? I want to talk to you. 'Tis a storehouse like any other at first glance, yet in contrast to its scale, there's a distinct lack of activity. We're doing great so far. Dare I hope that we can make it 3 of 3? I'm scared to try this because what if it doesn't work and I fail or something, like the whole quest? What is it? If you don't mind, I'm rather busy. Oh, gods, my stomach. Ugh. Ether sickness? No, nothing so unusual. In my hurry to get back to work, I just ate a little too quickly. You should take... but I said I was going to say the more obnoxious one. Some fresh fish will settle your stomach, and mine are the freshest of all. Ugh, food is the last thing I need right now. Go and sell your fish to someone else. Never mind, we just approached him at a bad time, and timing is everything, yes? Thank you so much for your demonstration. It was truly eye-opening. It was a truly eye-opening experience. Come, let us return to the pier. I just want it noted that I only said that to see if I could fail it. I wanted to say the other option. Unlike most, I'm fortunate to still have work, but there's no guarantee it'll last. I need to work as much as I can while I still can. I'm sorry. Come, let us return to the pier. I wish to thank you properly for your kind help. Listen, just hanging out with you has been plenty, okay? You are so cute. Folk here are rather business-minded, for want of a better word. But at least they are welcoming of foreigners. In ordinary times, this harbor must overflow with visitors from all over the world. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous here. Look at this. Oh, he got too far away, I think. I want to hear his voice. Thank you so much for showing me how to talk to customers. You managed to sell to 2 of the 3 people you approached. Adventurers do indeed have great conversational skills. Watching you at work was very enlightening. By applying the lessons I've learned, I hope to one day peddle as well as you. I wonder what happens if you fail them all. Still, there's only so much I can do alone. I hope that things will return to normal for Kalzal soon. I thought I heard a familiar voice. And who should it be but Matsya? Aww. Kalzal, have you finished your business at the guild? So you were there too. Forgive me. Try as I might, I can't find any buyers. With no ships coming in and hardly any going out, there simply aren't any options at this rate. So, you can't buy my fish anymore? I'm sorry, Matsya. I truly am, but for now you must peddle your own goods. But by myself, I can't. I want to help you, I do. But as it stands, I can barely help myself. I've poured my all into the consortium, and I'll be damned if I let it fall apart. I have friends and families depending on me, and I can't. I won't fail them. The sisters as my witness. Kalzal. Not to worry. Using what I've learned from you, I'm sure I'll manage somehow. Well, I'd best return to my village. My thanks again, and please take care on the road. I'm so sad. Oh, dang. Mayhap owing to the island's small size, the tower's impact upon the people's lives doth appear more pronounced here than in Eorzea. There you are. Gotten over the ether sickness, have you? I see you've been busy. Managed to learn a tidbit or 2, I trust? I see. We also heard that the tower is affecting many locals' livelihoods, but to think that it would be to such an extent. For another notable, if not wholly unexpected, discovery. Disappearances and kidnappings are disturbingly commonplace. As before, the culprits are almost certainly tempered Imperial soldiers. And as before, they mean to use the faith of their hapless thralls to call forth a lunar primal. Business as usual for the Telaferoi. Oh no, I just let my dragon. I just let my dragoon take that. Oops. Okay, same thing, but you might have something. Helping a struggling fisherman you've only just met to peddle his catch. Yes, you would do something like that. Judging by his furrowed brow, something important has occurred to ESTINIEN. That Matzia fellow you were helping. He's Arkosodara, is he not? Apparently 'tis almost exclusively his people that are being kidnapped. Should he be traveling alone? If summoning is his perpetrator's aim, it doth stand to reason that Arkosodara would be their primary targets, for 'tis the faith of their ancestors which prevaileth in this land, and many are devout adherents still. We'd better go after him. Akyali lies to the west, as I recall, the same direction as Kryle's acquaintance, incidentally. It's settled then. Keep your eyes peeled while we make for the village. Is that where I am attuned to, perhaps? Ba-bum-bum-bum! You do not see Matzia nearby, but the elevated group up ahead may provide a better ground up ahead may provide a better vantage point. Group. I love the little that the caracal mount makes. It's so cute. What are you doing, Bubba? You do not see Matzia from here either. No, leave me alone. Help! Somebody help! Matzia's voice, and it came from the north. Huh? Where did they go? Why are you here? I see you found him in time. You and your friends came to look for me? I don't know how to thank you. On my way home, I took a moment to stop and rest, think about what to do about, well, everything. And then those men came. Kidnappers. We'd heard that the Arkosodara were being targeted. Surely you have as well. Perhaps it's best if you took refuge in the city. We've considered it, me and the others, but fishing is all we know, the ocean all we have. I see. That's your decision to make, but you should take care not to travel alone. A question, if I may. 'Tis our understanding that strange fiends have emerged from the tower. What canst thou tell us of these beings? Not much, I'm afraid. I have no idea what they are. But I've heard that some bear an unsettling resemblance to our divinities. For that reason, some have taken to calling the tower Zot. House of Divinities in the old tongue, it means. But they're not true divinities. They're monstrous imitations that bring only death. To have one's faith so twisted is a grievous indignity, and full justified art thou in thine outrage. Know that 'tis for no other purpose but to neutralize the tower that we have journeyed to this land. In time, we may be forced to contend with these false gods, and thus we would learn all we may about them. Wilt thou not tell us of thy divinities and their true nature? You've come all this way to save us? Really? To think I had you peddling fish. But to answer your question, yes, of course. We would gladly tell you about our gods. We, I say, because I'm a terrible storyteller, and I'd ask my fellow villagers to do it. So please come to our village. We are good, gods-fearing folk, all of us, and we'd be honored to share our knowledge, and fish. What sayest thou? Shall we pay visit to Akyali? Wonderful. Just follow the road west and down the hill. You can't miss it. It's possible I've already been here, Matzia. Possible. I'm not positive, though. So, 'tis the simulacra of Thavnairian gods that are being summoned. If any doubt existed before, there can be none now. The kidnapped Hanish are imprisoned in the tower. I pray that we will be able to save them. Though indeed, saving them will mean confronting their false gods, like as not. Aye, as you said, we'd do well to study their religious traditions, to Akyali. Familiar though I am with the myths and legends of this island, to hear them spoken by heirs to this storied heritage giveth them new life. Sure, I can catch a few fish if I take the boat out, but I've got nowhere to sell them, and even though I do what I can to preserve them, all they end up doing is filling my storehouse instead of filling my pockets. Oh, is this a widow one? Oh no, she's right. I just sometimes forget how short female aura are. Even though I'm pretty sure lizard is minimum height. A charming little village. Shame about the hideous tower. Welcome to our village, traveler. Is there anything I can help you with? Who are you? I'm a fisher, and a good one at that. I'll reel you in the biggest catch from the open sea, or something smaller by the shore if you'd prefer. Your choice. Now, if only I were as skilled with a rudder as I am with a net. Some days I find myself so far from shore that I miss the morning rush at the bazaar. What is this place? This is the fishing village of Akyali. You can think of it as the fishers' Yedlamad, which is perhaps not such a helpful analogy for foreigners. Of course, we've had few merchants coming to either port since that horrible tower appeared, not to mention the kidnappings. Ugh. Hasveda. I like that name. When I'm out on the water, I can usually forget about my woes, but no chance of that with the giant eyesore looming near. I hope they tear the hideous thing down soon. Me too. ESTINIEN. Mark you that platform out on the water. Some manner of shrine, perhaps? Trying though times may be, we must keep our hearts calm, as the gods have taught us. For instance, the scriptures speak of a light within. When darkness falls, we must look to ourselves, not others, to illuminate our way. Welcome to Akyali, my friend. The name means white beach, and there isn't much here save that, but please make yourself at home. Your companions have already begun talking to everyone. Feel free to show yourself around and do the same. Any one of us can tell you about our gods, but you could do worse than to start with Kanga and Old Hasveda. They're free at the moment, as it happens. Okay. You wish to know about our gods? What a curious visitor you are. Most want fish. In any case, I'm happy to oblige. Now, I don't know how it is whence you hail, but our isle is home to many gods. They can be divided into two groups. The Manusia, beings of wisdom who assume the form of men, and the Murga, beings of might who assume the form of beasts. Together they are divinities, their forms and personalities many and varied. Some are kind and gentle, others stern and temperamental, just like we mortals can be. All are possessed of great insight and experience, and by heeding their teachings we strive to be better people and live better lives. Different though they may be, the Manusia and the Murga are equally divine and equally revered. Interested in learning about our gods, you say? Heh, that's what I like to hear. Prick up your ears then and listen. In ancient times, the Manusia and the Murga, deities who look like men and beasts respectively, were locked in conflict. Eventually, seeking the wisdom of the Manusia, the Murga cast aside their own heads and took up those of their foes. Likewise, the Manusia coveted the might of the Murga, and so they too resolved to trade heads. Thus were born new gods possessed of both might and wisdom, and they ushered in an age of harmony between the two factions. From then on, as a sign of their esteem for one another, the Manusia have worn animal faces, and the Murga the limbs of men. Whoa. We honor the Manusia and the Murga by incorporating their sacred images into works both practical and artistic. Try looking out for them, eh? Okay. Bastion, no. Do not go after this, ever, at any point in your life, ever. Don't touch that, ever. That's bad, boy.
Well, is he fucking my cord up?
No, he didn't even, I don't think even get the chance to chew on it.
Well, that's
Yeah, you
expensive
should.
fucking cable.
Okay. There you are. Learned a thing or two about our gods, I trust? While you were off talking to the others, I remembered something that may be of interest. If you could let your friends know, I'll go and fetch it from my home at once. I love Estinien's ponytail so much. I love that it made like a big deal about it in the quest too. Apologies for the wait. I wish to show you this hanging scroll which depicts 3 of our most revered deities. By all means, we should like to see it. Wait! The Magus sisters? What? They are Minutia. You heard about them already, yes? 3 sisters. The center one is the eldest, Cinderuva, a goddess of wisdom. For this, alchemists hold her in the highest. To her right is the middle sister, Sandaruva. As a goddess of wealth, she counts many traders among her followers. And on the left is Mindaruva, the youngest sibling. She presides over the crafts and so is beloved by weavers. Although each is worshipped for different reasons, the sisters are usually portrayed together in these works, which people keep in their homes for good fortune. What the heck? In like fashion to the Minutia, the deities of Eorzea preside over myriad aspects of life. And what of the Murga, if I may ask? The Murga hold power over nature. In ages past, they were revered as guardian deities in times of conflict. If you have occasion to visit our temples and ruins, you'll find their images there. Among them is a god who possesses a Gajah's head, and he is venerated as the progenitor of the Arkasodara. And then there are dragons. They occupy a special place in our history. You worship dragons too? It's said that an ancestor of the Satrap, that's the ruler of Radzat, forged a covenant with a dragon divinity in ancient times. This divinity has since acted as the guardian deity of the Satrap. Okay, wait. Hold on. Okay. This divinity has since acted as the guardian deity of the Satrap. Legend holds that if ever the Satrap is in need, this dragon ally will fly to his aid. Dragon ally. You claim to be a terrible storyteller, but nothing could be further from the truth. The passion you bear for your faith is plain to hear. I am confident that the information you've given us will serve us well in our efforts to deal with the tower. That is very kind of you to say. Thank you. I will pray for your success. Right, I believe it's time we sought out Kryle's acquaintance. An alchemist by the name of Nidana. According to Kryle's notes, we're to find her at a place called the Great Work, further north along the coast. That's really cool. Oh, goodness. Okay. Matsuya has a shine in his eyes that wasn't there before. Did you say you're going to see Nidana? Oh, how I envy you. She's brilliant and beautiful, kind and understanding. And did I say she's beautiful? I could stare at her dainty ears and adorable trunk all day. And those eyes, when you meet her, take care you don't drown in them. Aww. The Great Work is situated at a cove to the north. Follow the road north to reach it. Did I? Aha, look at me go. What the hell? Is she okay?
What happened here?
Their dress marks them as alchemists. I see no evidence of injury or poison.
Thinkest thou they but slumber?
I believe so. Whether it is by choice is another question entirely.
Oh, we have guests. You must excuse the poor welcome. Long days and longer nights have taken their toll, as you can see.
Oh my gosh, you're adorable!
I am Vashan, servant to the Satrap. My task was, in fact, to wake these good men and women, if you will allow.
The voice acting is impeccable. Oh my goodness.
People of the great work, I come bearing new scales.
Scales? We have new scales?
What is going on?
Yes, my friends. Gather round. I have them right here.
Oh, happy day. Now I can continue my experiment.
His face looked kind of like Gerald's.
One for me.
Those are dragon scales.
Yes, such materials are vital to their most pressing research.
And we are fortunate to have them. Our experiments are so close to bearing fruit. Soon we will have a talisman capable of nullifying the etheric emissions from that accursed tower. Did I say something wrong? Are you not here with Varshan? Wait, who are you people?
This is so amazing that this is voice acting.
Of course! You're the one Kryl sent. The warrior of light we've been waiting for.
Oh, this is a day of celebration. Praise be to Cinderova!
The winds have shifted. I feel it. The end to our toil is near.
I feel it too. My head hasn't been this clear in days.
Tell me, how did you acquire those scales?
Curious that it concerns you so.
Is
But
it
worry
though?
not. They were freely given by the dragon with whom our satrap has forged a lawful pact.
That is well.
You must be quite familiar with Dragon King, yes?
Is this their congealed blood I see on your weapon?
Speaking of dragon blood, you yourself have been infused with it, have you not? I should like to draw a file or two, if so.
Oh no!
See here. Come along, come along. I must insist that you visit our laboratory.
Cease your shoving, or so help me.
That's perfect.
Oh dear, your poor companion. What with the new scales and your timely arrival, my colleagues are a little giddy with excitement. No harm will come to him, I promise. Meanwhile, shall we find a quiet place to talk?
Yes, let's.
As you may have guessed, I am Nidana, the alchemist who sent the request to your Mistress Cryle. We have workshops across the nation collaborating on this research project. But it is here, at the Great Work, where I collate our results. Come with me, all of you, and I can explain the crux of the situation.
Poor ESTINIEN. Oh wow, there's a lot of people in here. They say that horrible fiends have been seen flying out of that tower. I'm preparing antidotes for the Radiant host in the event that some of them might be venomous. 'Tis said that shellfish is ideal for those who have suffered blood loss. Mayhap we should have acquired some from Matsya. Oh, for the days when I enjoyed such fervent adoration, but on this occasion I am glad to entrust the burden of popularity to ESTINIEN. Pray pay me no mind. I am here that I may be of service, nothing more. Allow me to thank you for answering our call. Many towers have appeared around the world, and we are grateful that you would assist us with ours. Though Cryle herself is tied up with another investigation, Tenacious is an eminently capable substitute and will spare no effort to aid you. So if I understand correctly, you seek to make talismans that can nullify etheric emissions. Indeed we do. As you know, the tower emits vast concentrations of ether. One cannot go anywhere near it without being tempered. As such, we can only study the tower from afar and are powerless to deal with it in any consequential way. In order to strike back, the Satrap bade us alchemists create enchanted talismans. Talismans that will allow our soldiers to venture into the tower, even should they lack innate protection. Could such a thing be possible? Admittedly, we are still in the midst of testing, but we are quite confident. Even prior to this, our people have long pursued countermeasures against the etheric corruption of primals. Of the methods tested to date, those utilizing dragon scales proved the most promising. Owing to their etheric density, the scales are highly resistant to disruptive forces. The mightier the dragon, the greater the resistance. We seek to amplify this protective property through our alchemy. Thanks to the scales provided by His Excellency, we have been able to make steady progress with the talisman. Soon we will be ready to conduct a field test, and here's where you and your blessing of light come in. Whatever it is, just leave it to me. Thank you. Lest you wonder, we ask only that you serve as an escort. I will explain in greater detail later, but you will be venturing into the tower's field of influence. And so, for your own safety, I would first test how well your blessing shields you, with your permission, of course. In that case, Urianger and I will find other ways to make ourselves useful. Seeing as you all work to the point of collapse, I suspect you could do with more hands. We would be grateful for any assistance you can provide. If you are ready, then let us put your blessing to the proof. If you exit the Great Work and turn south, there will be a hill to the right. I will meet you at the top after seeing to some preparations. Okay. Good luck with the test. I shall remain here to assist the other alchemists. Picked an odd time to be traveling, didn't you? Well, if there's anything you need to know, ask away. Okay. I am one of the many alchemists who live and work here. I was once a botanist, but found alchemy calling to me every time I came by to deliver ingredients. Though I at first struggled with even the most basic alchemical compounds, I have somehow managed to earn my place at the Great Work. There is always room to improve both the science and the self, however. This is the great work first built by the Demir family, a line of renowned alchemists. Now people come from across the land to study and practice the science of alchemy in these halls. Each alchemical concoction has a storied history behind it, but we are not simply content to rest on the laurels of the past. We are ever improving and inventing new formulas for the benefit of all. I cannot see that sinister-looking spire while I'm working, but it is always there, lurking in the back of my mind. I hope you didn't have trouble finding this place or climbing the hill. Not all are accustomed to the physical strain. I give you the fruit of our sweat, tears, and many a sleepless night, the Drunken Deepa. A Deepa is a lantern presented to the gods as an offering. Taking inspiration from the tradition, we created this device to test the talisman's efficacy. Upon activation, it will move a certain distance before emitting a powerful blast of ether. In lieu of corruption, those lacking sufficient protection will experience severe ether sickness. For your test, you will be exposed 4 times. That should be enough to ascertain your blessing's protective capability. Please begin whenever you're ready. I shall be observing from a safe distance. Commencing etheric exposure testing. Repeat, commencing etheric exposure testing. Retreat to a safe distance if you are not the subject. Unable to interact. Readying ether, please stand back. Ready to discharge. Test subjects, please. Something. Warning, discharging ether. Suffer no ill effects. Okay. Subject has no irrepressible urge to empty their stomach. Confirmed. Resuming test. Please follow. What does this thing look like? I can't see. It's just like a little lamp. But it hops. It's so cute. Please gather near is what it says. Okay. Suffer no ill effects. Good. Subject stomach and bowel integrity holding. Confirmed. Resuming test. Please follow. They're an Ellison. That's a pretty Ellison. Oh my god, look at it. Look how close we are to it. The blessing of light appears to be keeping you safe from harm. Subject fortitude rated. Impressive. No irregularities confirmed. Resuming test. Please follow and brace for final discharge. By the strongest blast of ether yet, but survived completely unscathed. Etheric exposure testing concluded. Please collect and deliver me to the supervising alchemist. Congratulations on retaining your composure and your humors. Oh, I should have looked at it better. Just a little lamp, it looks like. Hold on. Having exhausted all of its ether, the drunken Deepa is now having a well-earned rest. I can set it to my hotbar. Ah, you've returned, and not on your knees. A promising sign, but come, let me take the Deepa off your hands. Thank you. I shall replenish its ether for when we test the talisman. So, no dizziness or nausea or anything of the sort? You're feeling perfectly fine? Then the strength of your blessing is beyond doubt. There is no risk that the tower will corrupt your ether. With this, we can request your aid for the task ahead with easy hearts. Regards you with those eyes you could drown in. You're a capable warrior too, are you not? Would you be amenable to assisting me with another errand? You see, our talisman requires the use of a special ink, but we have exhausted our stores of a key ingredient for it, spirit weed. The herb grows not far from here, and I would like to go and harvest some. With the recent spate of kidnappings, however, we Arkasodara travel alone at our peril. Will you not come with me as my escort? I would compensate you for your troubles, of course. I'm in your debt. Without further ado, let us head to Kajaya's footsteps. It is situated on the road which runs east of the Great Work. I may simply be imagining it, but I feel as though we're being followed. Look out, Tenacious! Gods, that gave me a fright. To think that the moment I ventured outside the safety of the work. Thank the sisters I asked you to come with me. You're alright, I hope? Good, good. Let's continue on then. It isn't far now, just through these pillars and up the rise. And here we are, Kajaya's footsteps. Kajaya was a great dancer, and those who follow in her, well, you know, they come to this place to train and dedicate their dance to their ancestors. A happy benefit of this is that spirit weed grows here in abundance. I will set about harvesting it once if you would be so good as to stand guard. The kidnappers aren't like to return soon, but better safe than sorry. Good for you. Still got a cat boy here. I'll gather the herb as quickly as I can. Please stand guard for me.
Yes, that would be Radzad Khan. Hardly anyone has been allowed in or out since our troubles with the tower began.
What?
The faithful citizens huddle inside the city walls, and commerce has all but ground to a standstill. I pity the Satrap, the trials he must be facing.
What is this second question? Why? Okay. Do you trust the Satrap?
Completely. Without the Satrap and his line, Radzad Khan would not exist. Long ago, this island was home to two tribes of Matanga, the Gajasura and the Arkasodra. When the Aura came to these shores, it was the Arca Sodra with whom they joined forces. Together they defeated the war like Gajasura, forcing them to flee Thavnair altogether. Peace and prosperity reigned for a time, until a clan of Hjor from the mainland decided they wanted the island for themselves. It was a direct ancestor of the present Satrap who arbitrated that conflict and welded the warring factions into the nation we know today. And ever since, a member of that esteemed lineage has inherited this somewhat unique position. You see, by and large, the state is run by the people, but when problems arise, it is the Satrap who mediates a solution. The stability provided by the Satrap is what has allowed Radzat-Han to thrive all these years. And it was the Satrap himself who entrusted us with this duty. We will not fail him, nor our countrymen.
What is the delay with the vessel? I told you I need to adjust those ratios.
Music's so good. Oh. What the fuck?
I come all this way to admire one of my splendid towers, and what do I find? Fools attempting to ward off its tempering influence with magic trinkets. I seem to recall a similar experiment in ages past. What was that man's name? Oh, something. Owen? Another body, another time. Who could be expected to remember every trivial detail?
Allowing them to construct such handy talismans would be counterproductive to my plans.
Wasn't Owen one of the Allegan...
I find myself deathly curious. How will they manage this feat with the limited knowledge and resources at their disposal? Complications be damned, for we cannot escape the nature of our souls. And I, as ever, am my own worst enemy.
What the heck? I was not expecting to see him so soon. I have enough spirit weed to last us a good while. Thank you for keeping watch. Let us head back to the great work, shall we? Tenacious, my thanks again for your assistance. With your help, we're that little bit closer to completing our talisman. You should move your big dumb behemoth, please. This isn't much, but please accept it as a token of my gratitude. Little does Nidana know that she's about to send you on another errand. Little does she know. If you'll excuse me, I shall return to my work on the talisman. Ah, you are both back. Excellent. I have a message for you, Mistress Nidana. It would seem the stories of Giant Skull are running low. The stores of Giant Skull are running low. What? But when last I looked, there was still plenty. I suspect that was before Urianger told everyone about their tempering cure, and Estinien shared his knowledge of dragons. Your peers have since been inspired to fashion a number of new talisman prototypes. I see. Well, if it leads to new possibilities, then far be it for me to complain, but we will need to replenish our stores. I should be happy to tend to this if you like. As much as I appreciate the offer, my dear boy, I can't in good conscience send you out there alone while kidnappers are at large. Tenacious, loath though I am to press another task on you so soon, might I ask you to fetch the giant skull? In case you're not familiar, giant skull is a type of ore found on the island. Owing to its hardness and ethereal conductivity, it has applications in many disciplines, alchemy not least of all. The quarry where it is found, aptly named Giant Skull Grounds, isn't far away, so it shouldn't take much of your time. May we impose upon you once more? Thank you. Upon arriving at the grounds, please seek out a man named Zainuha. He will furnish you with the ore. At the very least, permit me to accompany you. It so happens I have an errand of my own that will take me to the outpost nearby. May we borrow a pair of Hamsa, Mistress Nadana? By all means, do try to be patient with them. Those that survived are still in training. I will bring the Hamsa to the entrance. Meet me there when you are ready. Aren't Hamsa the fluffiest, sweetest, most accommodating creatures you've ever seen? Oh, let me take a picture of you next to Darren. There you go. You can pet them, you can eat them, you can even use their glands for alchemical processes. Just superlative animals all around. Yes, sir. I have a minion that basically follows me around constantly who is even better. Seems tiny and round and named Darren. Here are our Hamsa, Tenacious. If the creatures look familiar, it is because they are close kin to your Eorzean dodos. I'm so happy! Hamsa have long been kept as livestock in Thavnair, and many a hatchery may be found here. Alas, the largest of these was recently raised by monsters from the tower. On account of said hatchery being situated near the tower, the Radiant Host repurposed its remnants as an outpost. That is where my errand takes me, and your own destination is but a stone's throw away. If you have no objections, let us first make for the outpost. We set forth at your word. You are ready? Then let us depart. You need only ride and relax. My bird and I will take the lead for yours to follow. Let us be off. If you haven't ridden dodos before, be warned that they have a wobbling gait. I have ridden dodos before, though. Oh my god, this is so good! This is the best method of travel that I have yet to take in this game. That spectacular formation stretching out over the water is called Khadga, a word which means sword. This sword, legend holds, was wielded by the Manusia against the Murga before it was cast down at conflict's end. To the left and requiring no introduction is the tower. As you can see, it straddles a small isle. Almost there, though the main part of the hatchery is atop the cliff, the outpost itself is on the beach. We're getting awful close to this thing. Holy crap! That was so cute. I'm so happy that we got to use dodos for transportation. Oh, they're so cute! And here we... Sorry. And here we are, manned by the Radiant Host. This outpost is our first line of defense against the tower. Well, well, who should it be but young Varshan? On an errand for the Satrap? I am. His Excellency bade me come to collect your report. He also wishes to express his heartfelt gratitude to the brave men and women of the Radiant Host for their unflagging dedication. We simply do our duty, but we are honored to receive His Excellency's regard. And yet, for his boundless benevolence, his treatment of one so young could be regarded as callous. Though we have enjoyed relative peace and calm these past few days, this remains the front line of battle. No place for children. Your predecessor too often traveled alone. It's been, what, 2 years now since you took over? I wonder how the fellow is faring. Like those before him, he went on to represent the satrap in foreign lands. Wherever he may now be, I am certain he is well. As for myself, I assure you that all I do of my own volition, and gladly. I pray you do not think ill of His Excellency. Certainly not, lad. Whatever happens, my faith in the satrap is unwavering, but still I worry for you. We would be overcome with sadness if something were to befall you, for you are as a little brother to us all. Take care, do you hear? I will, Nabdeen. Thank you. And who might this be? Not Hanish by the look of her. Permit me to introduce Tenacious Bree of the Eorzean contingent, come to assist in the making of the talisman. From Eorzea, you say? Towers have appeared all over there too, yes? Tell me, what is the situation like? May I suggest that you exchange information with our soldiers? Both parties would stand to learn something of value, I believe. An excellent idea. Given the unprecedented nature of the threat, some of ours are understandably anxious. We would be glad for any tidings you can share. You two, bring Varshan the latest report and answer any questions he may have. This is the fellow that carried you hither. Its breathing is somewhat ragged, perhaps due to its inexperience as a mount. Oh my goodness. God. The last monster that came out of the tower laid waste to the hatchery, slaughtering many good Hamsa. The poor creatures didn't deserve it. All appears quiet with the tower at the moment. I dare say the soldiers won't mind if you approach them. It occurs to me I have yet to properly introduce our company. We are the Radiant Host, a military order under the Satrap's command. Our duty is to preserve peace in the land. Be it patrolling the streets or dealing with heretofore unknown threats such as now, we train hard and admit only capable warriors to our ranks. Even so, we've struggled to contend with the fiends from the tower. Though we succeeded in striking them down on the 2 occasions they came in force, we had to pay a heavy price. What of the towers in Eorzea? Do they likewise spawn monsters? So it's much the same everywhere. With every nation struggling, we cannot expect calls for outside aid to be answered. You wish to know about the tower? To be honest, we know little and less about it ourselves. This Tower of Zot, as folk have taken to calling it, suddenly appeared where it did on the Isle of Nurinair. We're safe from its influence at this distance, but go too far into the water and you'll expose yourself to its corrupting ether. You're a foreigner, aren't you? How are they dealing with the tower in your homeland? We're not. Our struggles are not unique, then our hopes still lie with the talismans. We must keep the monsters contained until they're ready. Ah, I've heard about you. The visitor from Eorzea. Is there... Somebody's Super Bowl lighting in the background. Is there anything you can tell us about the Telephoroi? We know that they're the ones behind the tower and that they've declared war on the whole world. But why are they doing this? What is it that they want? This we don't understand. What? They want to die and take everyone with them? What madness is this? Well, you can bet that we won't let those bastards have their way. We'll fight them with everything we have, like our Eorzean and Far Eastern brothers. Burning. My thanks not only for the information, but for accompanying Varshan besides. While he's wise beyond his years, he's still a child, and we couldn't bear to see him come to harm. When the tower first appeared, we sent scouts on a boat to investigate, but it quickly became apparent that something was amiss. One after another, our comrades were corrupted. We could only look on in horror as they slew each other. It's kind of wild, like, some of the optional dialogue you get if you continue to talk to people. Grr, those demented fools. If they want to go to hell, they can bloody well arrange their own passage and leave the rest of us out of it. Finished speaking with the soldiers, have you? I hope it was as enlightening for you as it was for them. As a neutral nation and trading hub both, Radzat ordinarily receives a steady stream of news from abroad. Alas, this stream dried up when trading vessels stopped coming. Amidst the dearth of information, everyone will have been grateful for your account. But come, you had best see to your original errand. As mine will keep me here a while longer, however, I'm afraid I cannot guide you the rest of the way. Worry not, the path is straightforward. You need but follow the road east. Upon the Hamsa, you will arrive before you know it. Brief though it was, I enjoyed our time together. Till we meet again. Though the Hamsa appears to want to return home, it reluctantly offers you its back. Should you become separated, speak with the Radiant Beastkeeper of the Hamsa. Okay. No sooner do you arrive at your destination than the Hamsa dashes off. That's alright. I don't triple try it, I'm sorry. Something tells me you're not here to buy Giant Skull. Pity. What is it then? Who are you? I'm a stone mason here at the quarry, just like my father before me. It's dangerous work, but I take pride in providing Thavnair with the quality Giant Skull we're famed for. As you've like as not gathered, this is where we quarry Giant Skull. It's sturdy and conducts ether like no other stone, so it makes for fine armor and weapons. I direct you to the Hamsa hatchery for a livelier sightseeing fare, but those nightmares from the tower destroyed it. It's only a matter of time before the same happens here like as not. Okay, I read that. My bad. We have to get to work nice and early here. After all, the sun's rays are far too strong at midday to get anything done, although that doesn't stop us being made to work till dusk anyway. Of course, once we've dug deep enough, I'll bet it'll be all lovely and cold down there. Wonder if there isn't something we could do to speed things up. Oh, I see an ether current. Aye, this is indeed the Giant Skull grounds, and I am Zainuha. Is there something you require? Giant Skull for the alchemists, you say? But of course they shall have it. They labor tirelessly to deal with the tower, and 'tis the least we can do to provide them with the materials they need. Has a sack of Giant Skull for you. Here you are, a sack of the purest Giant Skull. We always set some aside for our alchemist friends. When you deliver it, let the good folk of the great work know that we're grateful for their efforts. If they need more, they need but ask. Ah, welcome back, Tenacious. Dare I hope you have the Giant Skull? Oh my, such fine specimens. Thank you so much for bringing these. We now have everything we need to make our next prototype, one that should be capable of passing our most rigorous tests. When it is ready, it will be time for the true test, so please take your ease while you can. Aww.
I see our taskmasters have allowed you a moment's respite as well.
My sacred. Cold now.
You have to hand it to these alchemists. They are determined to see this endeavor of theirs succeed. I've never been one for blind optimism, but I sincerely get the sense they're close to a breakthrough.
Aw. I hope so.
They had better be, or all this effort was for naught.
The peoples of Eorzea, of the Far East, of Thavnair, children of this star united in common cause against a dire threat. Yet ere they succumbed to suicidal madness, were not the Telophoroi born of her body as were we? They who cling to life and the promise of the morrow's dawn, against they who desire death and an ending of their own orchestration. The victors of this war alone will hold the right to answer the question of existence, of its meaning, and its worth.
Poetic and ominous to a fault. That said, if it's an existential debate in nature, then our arguments might not be as persuasive as you'd think. Fandaniel wants to die and take everyone with him in an orgy of pain and suffering. An utterly vile and unforgivable idea. And yet, when spat upon by fate and wailing in the deepest pit of despair, who among us can say they have not entertained similar thoughts? There are nights black as pitch, bereft of hope, and no words of comfort can reach you. And it's all you can do to grit your teeth and choke back the bile.
The more you see and suffer life's injustices, the more difficult they become to bear. Vengeance is nurtured in similar soil. Though your anger has a broader focus, the sentiment is much the same. A fervent desire to destroy others, to see them drown in torment, as you have.
That about sums it up. The will to endure is not always as strong as the urge to burn it all down and salt the earth. Survival be damned. It's a struggle, often close and brutal.
Indeed. Well, I, for one, shall pray survival proveth more appealing in the end.
As will I. Besides, our chances are much improved when we've the company of others committed to the cause of life. Our vengeful dragoon here is proof of that.
Oh my god, no.
What is it? What did you see?
Fucking Fandaniel.
Fandaniel? Are you sure? If he knows we've been working on a countermeasure.
He does.
It holds. The vessel holds. This is the one.
What?
At long last.
What? Oh, this music.
Look! We have finally created a talisman strong enough to withstand our experiments. We've named it a warding scale for the time being. With this in your possession, your soul should be completely shielded from corruptive ether.
That is badass.
Afforded such protection, any one of us may approach the towers without fear. Thou hast mine admiration. 'Tis an invention of historical significance.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
I thank you for your kind words. But I would prefer you keep them unsaid until we test the talisman's efficacy in the field. It is for the next stage of our plan that we summoned you in the first place. to accompany me to the Tower of Zot. Should the scale prove effective, as I very much hope it will, then you'll have little to do. But should the effect be weaker than anticipated, I must ask that you restrain me, or knock me senseless.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Either way, we are fortunate to have you with us.
Oh my gosh.
Nidana, are you certain you wish to do this?
If others are to trust our creations, then we must have faith in them first. And as the senior researcher, it falls to me to lead by example. But should I fail to return, then learn what you can from this attempt and apply it to the next. Our work must continue. Is that clear?
We'll keep an eye on the place while you're away. Assuming Fandaniel is lurking about, there's no telling what mischief he has in mind for us, or you. Be on your guard.
Shall we be on our way? I'll have one of the soldiers at the hatchery prepare us a boat, and we can set out from the northern shore. I'll see you there.
Holy crap! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, here we go. Radiant Soldier. Hello. The Satrap has granted you use of this boat. May it serve you well. This is a rather finer boat than I'd expected, but I won't complain. All that remains is to board and be on our way. Oh, and if I should become corrupted, do not stay your hand. Of course, I pray it does not come to that, but you must protect yourself. Other alchemists can fulfill my role, but you and your blessing are one of a kind, and perhaps our only hope for toppling this tower. For all our sakes, do not hesitate to do what must be done, whatever that may be. Well, the longer I draw this out, the more nervous I become. Let us be off. Oh my gosh.
We should soon cross the threshold of the tower's influence. Any moment now. It's working! And you are still yourself? Then I'd like to see how it fares closer to the tower if we could.
Oh my gosh, it's right there.
So far, so good. The scale's protection appears to be holding. If we can just make it to the tower's entrance.
Oh god. I don't know if I have a very good feeling.
A few more steps. Praise be to the sisters, we made it! And the scale has proven itself to be everything we hoped it would be. Now we can focus on production. Once we've equipped and returned with an entire survey team, this menace will soon give up its secrets. What?
No. We gotta go in and save her. Run, Tenacious. Oh no. That's so sad.
Oh, let me go! Oh, let me go! Oh! Oh, do calm down. You'll only hurt yourself thrashing about like that.
Stop! Oh, you can't do this! Please!
But I don't think any of them, none of them are dead, right? Because they're all basically being used to summon like these creatures.
I'm afraid. The similarities are striking.
Heidelin? Is that what the shape looks like?
Such hostility! Never before has my artistry so displeased. My patrons of old would have positively squealed in delight, though, between you and me, I find gushing praise exhausting.
I was thinking in my head, I was like, patrons of old, what are you talking about? Patrons of old?
Allow me to tell you a story. Surely you've yet to hear the one about Van Daniel, the sundered Ascian.
Oh my god, okay.
I inherited the position and the soul of the Van Daniel who sat on the convocation in the time of the final days, theoretically speaking. Practically speaking, that fact is of no consequence. I was born and lived as, well, me. Eventually, I was recruited into the Ascians and imbued with the former Van Daniel's knowledge and memories, but I never felt that they were truly a part of who I am. How to explain? Perhaps if I told you who I was before my Ascian embrace, although that chapter too is a past I've long since discarded. I have it on good authority you've poked your nose into an Allegan ruin or two. Yes? Then I expect you've heard of me. The old me.
Oh my god.
At your service.
What the fuck? What?
Imagine a nation of unbridled prosperity. Every need met, day after day of unbroken, unshakable peace. Existence fulfilled and ripe for decay.
You are a genius without peer, Amon. How ever do you conceive of such delightful experiments? That fool was beside himself with panic when he awoke with the head of a bull. Even his cries for help emerged as so much guttural lowing.
That is fucked up.
Oh, the memory of it. My poor sides. My friends and I were so consumed by laughter we struggled to breathe.
That is gross.
No more than entertainment for bored wastrels ignorant of its worth. My all-consuming work. But it was not their only indulgence. for they were ever hungry for stimulation. Slaves to the slightest hint, and amusement was afoot. Our nation was ailing, but I would see the poison purged. I resurrected a legend, our first and greatest emperor.
Sande?
And just as I had planned, he set our wayward empire back on the path of conquest. An inexhaustible ambition carried us onwards, always onwards. Yet, he who delivered to us such glory was not to be satisfied.
Heed me, Armon. No matter how vast one's empire, or full one's treasure vault, all is rendered meaningless by death. In the end, all is lost.
You know as well as I that the Emperor stands to lose this war, and so I have come to claim you. For while your methods leave something to be desired, we cannot deny the results of your work. And as fortune would have it, the seat of Fandaniel, your rightful seat, lies vacant and waiting. Take your place amongst your peers, rather than die a pointless death amidst the ashes of your doomed nation. Send one of your clones to the Crystal Tower that you might see for yourself. See what lies ahead.
What?
The fall of the Empire affirmed the truth. Majestic and tragic, as the Emperor foresaw. Scheme as you like, build as you will, nothing endures. What is life but a brief jaunt ending in emptiness?
So easily distracted. Why, I almost left without saying farewell.
Tenacious.
You needn't worry. These pawns are far more useful to me alive as fuel for the primals.
Time to come in here and save him.
If you attempt to pull them free, they will die. So, enjoy tackling that conundrum with your comrades. We shall meet again. Not in these minor spires, oh no, but somewhere more suitably grandiose. Your favorite playmate is ever so eager to see.
I think we're gonna save her and everybody else in here. I'm hoping. Ah, you are returned, but where is Mistress Nidana? Manusia Preserve. Just when we had succeeded in making the talisman, I must report this at once. Meanwhile, please return to the great work. We have to go in and save them. Something's gone awry, hasn't it? What happened? So it was Fandaniel after all. Damn that bastard. I'm sure you wanted to do more, but you were right to return here first. We must tread warily lest we endanger Nidhana and the other captives. Yay! Level 81! Wearing a grim expression. First, we must inform everyone of this situation, Nidhana's colleagues included. I'll call them together for a gathering, but I think it would be best if you were the one to explain. Oh, Nidhana. Can you answer me this? Though Nidhana is trapped in the tower, she's still alive, yes? Then we must make warding scales, as many as we can. The prototype works perfectly. This Nidhana proved at peril to herself, so let us make more scales, that she and all those who were taken might be saved. Aye, as alchemists, this is how we will help win the fight. My friends, the Satrap has been made aware of the tragedy. He offers his heartfelt condolences and reiterates his pledge to provide you with all that you require. To that end, he bade me give you this link pearl, that he might personally discuss the production of the warding scales with you. And for our Eorzean visitors, I bear an invitation. In her report, Mistress Nidhana noted your vital contributions to the talisman's creation. This fact came to the Satrap's attention, and in recognition of your deeds, he wishes to meet you. In addition to thanking you in person, he would also discuss further avenues of collaboration. And so, if it is agreeable, will you not accompany me to Radzat-Han for an audience with His Excellency? We should be honored, of course. Closer cooperation between our lands can only be to the benefit of all. Then it is settled. Please come to the gates east of the Giant Skull grounds, and I will show you into the city. A lot of things just happened. And what the fuck, Fandaniel is Ammon. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, that was sufficiently whoa. Whoa. I am blown away. So is Tenacious. Whew. Alright. I think that's gonna wrap it up for tonight. I feel like, so is this like over here, Radzat-Han? Is this the gate to Radzat-Han? Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. Okay. Oh wow, there's a lot of people to talk to. Not really, I guess. When last I visited, the city was brimming with light. I expect the tower has dampened the mood somewhat. Be it here or in Eorzea, all share in the desire to deliver the captives. Thus united, I pray that we may join in common cause with the Satrap. Of the Satrap, I only know the common tidbits. That though the position is hereditary, he is not considered a sovereign, and that despite possessing considerable authority, he wields it sparingly. Given the esteem in which the locals hold him, however, it's safe to assume he's good at his job. We could do far worse for an ally. So I realized something. So they keep talking about this dragon that's like allied with the Satrap, right? And I wonder if it's Fritra. My apologies, but given that the city is currently in a state of alert, I cannot let you proceed past this point. All present? Then let us proceed. Owing to the threat of the tower, the city is currently in a state of high alert, and strict restrictions are in place for entry. Though you have been granted special permission, I ask that you remain close to me at all times. This is exciting.
A vast rock squats upon Thavnair, and to its stony surface clings the city of Rads at Han.
Little paladin tenacious.
Ye who enter here are subject to the scrutiny of gods, the gate's most watchful eye. The orb which beholdeth the truth of all things. Pass beneath its hot and piercing gaze, bearing down like a second midday sun. The fragrant haze, a mixture of sweet incense and acrid smoke. The cries of merchants mingled here with lively melodies accented by dancers' feet. Travelers seduced by vivid sound and colors were once swallowed up by patchwork streets.
This is so pretty.
But no such scenes to savor now. To what somber present does that divine eye bear witness?
Here we are, Megadota. It seems a shame to bring you here directly. Under normal circumstances, it would have been my pleasure to show you the sights.
And it would have been our pleasure to see them. Alas, it seems our tour of the city will have to wait.
Estinien's ponytail is too good.
Come. We should head inside. Your Excellency, may I present our honored visitors?
Ah, splendid. Most splendid. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Ahawan, Satrap of Radzat-Han. Our alchemists tell me your assistance was invaluable in the creation of the warding scale. Such deeds ought to be recognized in person. Thus did I have young Varshan convey you here forthwith. On behalf of my people, may I express to you our sincere gratitude.
But Nidhana, she was taken.
A
regrettable incident indeed. Her colleagues insist that we honor her wishes and trust in the talisman, that it will be instrumental in saving Nidana and the others. I am eager to hear your opinion on the matter, so let us not stand on ceremony. Come, sit.
Those chairs look like they're gonna
I
be
think
comfy
not.
as fuck for a Lalafell. What?
This charade has gone on long enough. Show yourself.
Forgive me, but were you expecting musicians, perhaps? There are no performers waiting in the wings at present, but arrangements could be made if you'd prefer.
Nay, he hath the right of it. The time for artifice is past. Raise the curtain.
As you wish.
Free try?
You travel as assistants to the students of Valdesian, but you are known to me. Even here have we heard of the scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Yes!
I am Vritra, and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode.
I love that it's playing this music too.
Vritra, of the first brood, sibling to Hraesvelga and Nidhogg.
I, mine elder brothers, of Midgard's Sorma's spawn, I was last to hatch.
Yes.
Well, isn't this a surprise? We were told Radzat Han had an alliance with a dragon. Not that a great worm sat in the Satrap's own hall.
It's a good thing we brought ESTINIEN here.
A necessary subterfuge, as the true tale of our nation history illustrates most effectively. In the beginning, the rock upon which our city is built was home to Vitra, and Vitra alone. In time, the ancestors of the Matanga came to the island and established a foothold. But never did they dare disturb the worm's lair. Next to arrive with the Aura, adopting the example of their Akasodra allies, they too treated Vitra with reverence and respect. And for many years, an understanding between our forefathers and the Great Worm endured. Until marauding heroes from the mainland came, threatening to shatter our peace and tranquility. When it seemed all would be drowned in blood, Vitra himself came forth and quelled the rising conflict. A peaceful accord was reached, and oaths sworn in Vitra's name. Thus began the dragon's governance of the fledgling state, which was to grow into Radzat Han.
But if Vritra is still here, then your position as Satrap is just...
It's like the face of it all, yeah.
Yes, and one which my family has performed faithfully for generations.
Many envy the Great Worms their power. Were it known that I ruled here, then the fires of war would burn without end. I would not be the flame which consumeth my people. Those few who join me in laying our country's foundations were, perforce, sworn to secrecy.
Your eye. It was taken.
"'Tis here, buried within the semblance of flesh. The body before thee is but a simulacrum, constructed by the finest artisans of Radzat Han. With mine eye nestled within, it doth serve as an inconspicuous vessel for my wind.
What?
That would explain why I felt the presence of a dragon upon our first meeting.
I am woven with wards fashioned to deceive such arcane senses.
So Varshan is basically...
Though 'twas short-lived, it seemeth thy
Retry.
fusion with my brother hath left thee much altered. ESTINIEN warm blood.
That's so wild. Oh my god.
From the very first, we sensed the nature of one another. Yet did neither one of us bear his fangs. That is all I need know of thee for now.
This is so cool.
With my secret thus revealed, I have for you a proposal. Not as a worm of the first brood, but as the ruler of Radz at Harn. With all haste must we take in hand the finished talismans and breach this foul spire. Thence, should it lay within our power, dispel its wicked influence.
Yes.
Yet even with the assurance of the warding scales, the narrow confines of the tower doth limit the size of our force.
We can go just like the four of us, right?
And thus denied strength in numbers, thou must choose thy soldiers with care.
Just so. Yet though our radiant host is formidable, I see a sure path before me.
Is it me? Is it Tenacious? Yeah.
Thou and thy comrades have contended with a multitude of primal beings. Most recently, thou didst cast down false gods in Padalthan and Cartanau, I am told. 'Tis upon that strength I would call. The Scions have proven themselves the most capable, and I ask that you serve as the tip of our spear.
Yes. Yes.
Talismans would, of course, be provided for each of thy companions.
Yes.
And should you agree to this undertaking, more will be provided to make use of as you see fit.
There's no denying it's a dangerous proposition, but the rewards may far outweigh the risk. Just think of what we might accomplish if we could equip all our allies with warding scales. I worry, however, that even the four of us may be too few for what you have in mind. Might we regroup with our friends first to discuss the matter?
Back to Charlian.
'Tis no trifling task that I have laid before you. Go. Steel your hearts and hone your plans. Such time as you require shall be spent in crafting your protective charm.
This is so awesome. Oh my goodness.
It seems a quick trip back to Charlian is in order.
Let's go.
Wilt thou not lend thine aid?
Why you mad, ESTINIEN?
Whether your request be made as a great worm or the ruler of Radz at Harn, I see no reason to refuse, nor will I.
I am in thy debt.
Why does ESTINIEN seem so angry? Is it because of Nidhogg? That we should encounter one of the first brood in such a circumstance. If our course of action is decided, let's not tarry. You're not wrong. Will you let me back in there? Oh. That meeting took a rather unexpected turn, but now we have a clear objective ahead of us. Let us rejoin our comrades in Charlian and muster a suitable crew for our foray into the Tower of Zot. Oh, and if you haven't already done so, be sure to attune to the aetheryte here before departing. Unless, of course, you enjoy violent nausea. Just as I was getting used to balmy Thavnair, we're back in chilly Sharlayan. Take care not to catch your death, eh? We need you for the battles to come. Now then, your investigation here remains, but when that's over, we can take stock of all the developments and discoveries.